tonight. It's a matchup between the Chelmsford Lions, 10-7-1 against Burlington, whose last record I checked was 9-4-3 heading into tonight's game. Right here at the Burlington Ice Palace here in Burlington, Massachusetts, is the Ed Calhoun Memorial Hockey Tournament. Chelmsford heading into tonight's game, 10-7-1. They won their past two games, one against Billerica, 5-1 at the Hallenborg Pavilion in Billerica, Mass, and against Acton Bucksboro, 3-0 win for Chelmsford in Acton. So Chelmsford's on a two-game winning streak, but that was their Billerica against Billerica Indians. That was their last game of the 2000-2001 tournament. Now, earlier tonight, Medford and Northern Middlesex played here tonight, and Medford won that game by a score of 6-4. So now on Friday the 23rd, the consolation game, the North Middlesex will play the losing team of this game, and then Medford will play the winner of tonight's game. And now we're going to have the playing of our national anthem. In net for Chelmsford is number 24, Scott Silva. And in net for Burlington, number 29, Bob Concession for Burlington, where tonight it's the winner of this game will play the winner of the Medford game. And Medford won that one by a score of 6-4 against Northern Middlesex. So that game will be played on the 23rd at 8 o'clock. And then the whoever loses tonight will play North Middlesex in the earlier portion at 5:45. So we are ready for action here at the Burlington Ice Palace in Burlington, Massachusetts. As David Bishop will face off. Actually, it'll be Ted Reardon facing off with Bishop and McIsaac, with Daly and Hanson on defense. Facing off against Chris Langley and Casey Carr, and also Chad Langley. Now the captains for Burlington is Chad Langley and Joe Gordon for Burlington. Captains for Chelmsford is... we'll let you guys know who the captains are for Chelmsford right after this. As Burlington clears it in, backward is... right in the corner as... Daly trying to clear it up, but Burlington shot saved by Silva. That was by number 17, Joe Gordon, one of the captains for Burlington, as Chelmsford gets a quick change here as Todd Fletcher's line coming out. And Burlington backhands it in wide of Silva. And here comes Chelmsford bringing it out by Richie Burt. Richie Burt. Shot saved by Concession. And Richie Burt keeping it in as Joe Gordon trying to clear it back out, but kept in right in front shot. And a save by Bob Concession. Chelmsford trying to get on the board quickly tonight. Face off inside the Burlington end. 14:08 remaining here in the first period. No score. David Bishop on the face-off. McIsaac's shot blocked. Right in the corner. Philip Kuchar trying to clear it out. And pass from Kevin Kenny, but cleared in wide of Silva. As Daly puts it around the boards for David Bishop. Bishop trying to clear it out. And kept back in by Ian Vigneault of Burlington. Picked up by Bishop. Bishop clears it right off the boards and out. And cleared back in by Philip Kucha. And here goes Hanson. And McIsaac trying to clear it back up, but up at mid-ice for Burlington. Clears it in. On the attack is Kevin Kenny for Burlington. In the corner. Right out in front. And cleared out by David Bishop. And here goes Ted Reardon. Reardon too far ahead of McIsaac. But McIsaac for Reardon. Reardon's turnaround shot blocked out in front. Quick shot. Bouncing puck shot. Saved by Concession. And hangs on to it as the puck was bouncing all over the place as Tim Daly takes a shot and the puck bounced, and Reardon was there to try to put it home, but Concession made the save and hanged on to it. We got 12:47 remaining here in the first period. No score. Steve Valeri on the face-off. Kept in by Josh Ackernecht. And not cleared out, but kept in by Andy Lavelle. Right in the corner, here comes Brian Estrella. And dumping it in. And it's going to be icing on Burlington with no score. No score here at the Burlington Ice Palace between Chelmsford and Burlington. We got 12:16 remaining here in the first period, no score. As Todd Fletcher moving it in. Right in the corner. Quick shot save by Concession by Sean Patno. Fletcher for Patno. Patno trying to get in front. And brought back out by Chris Langley. Shot saved by Silva. Rebound by Patno. Patno kept in by Joe Gordon. Saved by Silva. Another save. Goes wide. And cleared out by Richie Burt. Picked up by Joe Gordon. And Daly clearing it up. And here goes Casey Carr. Shot, nice save by Silva, who's been outstanding. And Casey Carr trying to push Scott Silva out of the box. But a whistle on the play. We got 11:20 remaining here in the first period. No score. Face-off outside the Chelmsford line. Chelmsford on a 2-game winning streak. Kept in by Kevin Kenny. David Bishop trying to clear it out. Kept in by Paul Monaco. But Philip Kucha clears it back in. And John McIsaac clears it up, but cleared back in by Burlington. And Apostolakos ahead for McIsaac. And a penalty coming up on Burlington. Actually, it was offside, no penalty. And offsides on Burlington is the call. We thought there was a penalty on that call, but as McIsaac was brought down by Philip Kucha, but Chelmsford was offsides. Now Burlington's offsides. Face off outside the Chelmsford end. 10:36 remaining here in the first period with no score. Here comes Ackernecht, ahead for Valeri. Valeri clearing it in. Hit by Philip Kucha. Back for it is Hansen. Hansen keeping it in. And we got a whistle on the play, but the net was dislodged. Face-off will be inside the Burlington line. Burlington in the white, Chelmsford in the maroon. This is Bill Ricka's home ice. So Burlington is the favorite here tonight. Steve Valeri on the face-off for Chelmsford with Josh Ackernecht. And Andy Lavelle with Daly and Hansen on defense. All the way back deep in the Chelmsford end. Hansen puts it right around the boards for Lavelle. Lavelle. And here goes Daly. Daly clearing it up and into the... touches one of the players on the Burlington bench. Just about 10 minutes remaining here in the first period. No score. Fletcher's lines out there with Patno and Richie Burt, with Hansen and Daly on defense. Fletcher taking the face-off, back for Daly. Daly, and brought up by Matt Iandelli. Around the boards, Richie Burt clearing it up, not out, kept in by Jason Gordon. Shot goes wide of Scott Silva. And Nick Hansen picks up the puck. All the way around the boards for Richie Burt. Off the boards. Fletcher's got it. Fletcher. Ooh, couldn't get it off of Patno, but kept in by Daly. Puck picked up by Chad Langley, the other captain for Burlington, as Fletcher moving it in, but broken up by Joe Gordon. Here goes Gordon. Right up for Chris Langley. Langley broken up from Patno for Fletcher. Over for Hansen. Hansen clearing it up and into the Burlington bench, as Chelsea's going to get a quick change here with 8:51 remaining here in the first period. Face-off will be right in front of the Chelmsford and scorers bench. We come to you from the Ice Palace here in Burlington, Massachusetts. Back for Apostolakos, off the boards to David Bishop. Bishop, but cleared back in by number Ian Vigino. Burlington trying to get something going here, but cleared back out by David Bishop. They're going to try to get the icing, and it is icing as it passes the goal line in the Burlington zone. Face-off will be back in the Chelmsford end. We got 8:28 remaining here in the first period. Still no score. Face-off will be to the left of Scott Silva. Ted Reardon taking the face-off against Ian Vigino for Burlington, kept in by number 14, Ryan Johnson. Trying to get something going here, backward. Quick shot by Phil Kucha, goes high and wide. And here goes Reardon. Across from McIsaac, broken up by Kucha. And McIsaac clearing it in. Backward to Phil Kucha. And Kucha moving it up. Quick shot, wide as Silva, goes right in front of the board of Apostolakos for Jim Scanlon. Scanlon for Reardon, great pass. Across for Bishop. Bishop. Andy Lavelle's shot blocked and goes up and into the net with 7:38 remaining here in the first period. No score. Face-off will be inside the Burlington zone. Quick shot by Hansen goes wide. Picked up by number 22, Jim Clement. Kept in by Andy Lavelle. Picked up by Joe Gordon, clearing it out. Backward is Hansen again, clears it in. Backward is number 5, Ian Doley. Kept in by Daly as he takes a shot, saved by Bob Concession. And hangs on to the rebound. The head coach for Burlington is Bob Concession. Assistant coach Paul Ganley. Assistant coach Barry Eden. And manager Joe Petrangallo. Steve Valeri, right out in front, back for Hansen. Hansen's quick shot deflects right over the net. Ackernecht for Lavelle, but broken up by number 5, Matt Iandoli. Cleared out by Joe Gordon, but clearing it in. Back for it is Daly around the boards for Valeri. Valeri ahead for Ackerneck, who puts it in. Chelmsford getting a quick change here as Joe Gordon picking up the puck. And cleared back in by Chelmsford. Gordon for Mike Enright back for Gordon. Shot saved by Silva. Rebound by Bishop. Bishop right off the boards. Off for Reardon. Cleared back out by Burlington. Backward is Hanson back at his own end. Across for Daly. Daly trying to move it out, kept in by Chad Langley. But here goes Reardon. Back for Bishop. Bishop trying to keep it in. Cross for Daly. Daly shot, save. Rebound by Reardon. Here comes Burlington by Chad Langley. Saved by Silver and ties it up. As we got 5:33 remaining here in the first period. No score between Chelmsford and Burlington. The winner will play Medford as they won the game 6-4 earlier on tonight. Face off to the left of Scott Silva. And kept in by Chris Langley. Langley around the boards. Out in front. Goes wide. Richie Burt right back around the boards. And Jim Scanlon trying to clear it out. Kept in by Chris Langley. Here comes Casey Carr. But Richie Burt trying to clear it out. Shot saved by Silva. Rebound and score by Chad Langley. With 4:46 remaining here in the first period, Chad Langley gets Burlington on the board first. Burlington trying to clear it in. And here comes Sean Patno. Patno, good maneuver by Sean Patno. He's held down, no call. Right in the corner. Patno again. Out in front, poked away by Matt Iandelli. Around the boards. Kind of cleared out. And we got our first penalty of the evening as Fletcher will be going off. So Chelmsford will be shorthanded for 1:30 with 4:08 remaining here in the first period. 1-0 the score. Yeah, Chad Langley with the goal by and cleared in. Shot saved by Concession. And here comes Burlington out of their own zone by Casey Carr. Shot saved by Silva. As the net is dislodged. Face-off will be inside the Chelmsford end. 1:11 remaining on Chelmsford's shorthanded bid on Burlington's power play. 1-0 Burlington. And Chelmsford clearing it out. Back for to Chad Langley, the only goal for Burlington here tonight. The only goal in the game between the two teams. Burlington trying to get something going here by number 16, Ian Vigneault. Vigneault over the line, saved by Silva. And hangs on to it. Good crowd on hand for tonight's game between Burlington and Chelmsford. The winner of this will be playing at 8 o'clock on Friday evening against Medford. And the losing team will be playing North Middlesex in the consolation game beginning at 5:45. Nick Hansen in the boards with Chad Langley. Back for Matt Iandoli for Joe Gordon, who clears it in. Back for Langley. Langley for Gordon. Quick shot blocked and couldn't keep it in. Great job by Chelmsford. Richie Burt and Sean Patno, penalty killers, along with Hansen and Daly on defense for Chelmsford. Kept in by Matt Iandoli. Langley's got it. Right across for Gordon. Shot saved by Silva. Langley back for Iandoli. And Richie Burt trying to clear it out. Daly, and all the way down. That'll do it on the power play for Burlington. They're 0 for 1 in their power play this evening. Joe Gordon trying to clear it out. Chelmsford back at full strength. Less than 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Sean Patno. Right out for Fletcher. For Burt. Save, rebound. Poked away by Burlington. As Casey Carr moving it up. Shot saved by Silva. And Casey Carr trying to get something going here out in front. Shot blocked, and here goes Chelmsford. Possible 2-on-1. And Fletcher almost had a goal, but he was ridden off the play by Burlington. Fletcher regains control. And here goes Jim Clement. Offside as Brian Estrella offsides. So faceoff will be outside the line with 1:30 remaining here in the first period. 1-0 the score. The only goal by Chad Langley for Burlington. Chelmsford's head coach by Jack Fletcher along with Tom Gallagher. And we got Brad Morgan and company also along the bench for Chelmsford. John McIsaac trying to clear it out. Picked up by John McIsaac again. Burlington clears it in by number 22, Jim Clement. Apostolak goes off the boards. Too far ahead of Bishop. And cleared in by Sean McCarthy. 1 minute left to play here in the first period of action. David Bishop. And cleared back in by Paul Monaco, and it's going to be icing on Burlington. But Burlington leads this game by a score of 1-0. A goal by Chad Langley, assisted by by Phil Kucha, and also by Joe Gordon. Face off inside the Chelmsford line. We got 44 seconds left on the clock as Sean Patno taking the face off of Fletcher. Fletcher shot, save. And there'll be another face-off inside the Burlington line. It's about 34 seconds left on the clock. Good playing by Sean Patno as he wins the face-off back for Fletcher. Fletcher took the shot saved by Concepcion, and no rebound on that one for Chelmsford, but Patno again on the face-off. Burlington gets it up and out. Back for it is Hansen. Hansen right off the boards for Richie Burt. Burt Todd Fletcher. Fletcher held up on the play, no call. Brought back out by Burlington. And a score by I'm going to see who that goal was by. By number 21, Kevin Kenny. And Burlington leads 2-0 with 16. About less than 10 seconds remaining here in the first period, 2-0 the score. McIsaac trying to clear it out. And that'll just about do it in the first period as Chelmsford trailing by 2. And we're taking a look at the Chelmsford end as it's the end of the first period. So at the end of the first period, Burlington 2, Chelmsford 0. Burlington's only goal by Chad Langley and also by Kevin Kenny for Burlington. You can also check out our webpage at www.chelmsfordtv.org, and you can find out when all these games will be playing and also other programming notes. You can also learn about the history and also the message boards also on our web page. I also would like to thank Tom Peterson and the rest of the Chelmsford High School Television Club for their past games as well. But we'd like to thank you for watching this game as we're bringing you the Ed Cahoon Memorial Hockey Tournament coming to you from the Burlington Ice Palace here in Burlington, Massachusetts. So at the end of the first period is Burlington 2, Chelmsford 0. We'll be right back for second period action right here. And welcome back to the Burlington Ice Palace here at the beginning of the second period, where tonight is Chelmsford Lions against the Burlington Devils here tonight. As Burlington's leading by a score of 2-0 here in this Ed Cahoon Memorial Hockey Tournament. Now, the goal by Chad Langley and also by Kevin Kenny for Burlington. In net for Chelmsford, Scott Silva against Bob Concession from Billerica. We're set for second period action right here on Chelmsford Telemedia, Channel 22. As Chad Langley clears it in. Back for it is Nick Hansen. Hansen from McIsaac for Ted Reardon. Reardon moving in. And the net moves and face off outside of the line as the net was dislodged. Good rush by Ted Reardon to get it off to David Bishop, and Bishop hit the side of the net, and the net became dislodged as Bob Concession dived for it and dislodged the net. Face off out. So face off will be inside the Burlington line with 14:41 remaining. David Bishop on the face off for Chelmsford against number 20. Casey Carr. And Burlington wins it back for number 17, Joe Gordon. They cleared it out. And Daly clears it back in. Back for it is Joe Gordon. Clears it up off the boards all the way down to Scott Silva. Back for it is Hansen. Hansen back around the boards for David Bishop. Bishop pokes it ahead. Backward number 5, Matt Iandoli. Chelmsford tags up at the line to prevent offside, but here goes Chad Langley clearing it in. Shot saved by Silva. Rebound poked away by Hansen. Langley trying to get out in front. Shot saved by Silva. That was Casey Carr on the shot. All the way back to the Burlington line. They prevent the icing. As Philip Kucha trying to clear it out. Chalmers getting a quick change. Here goes Philip Kucha. Shot. Hit the side of the net. Face off. Will be inside the Chelmsford line as the net became dislodged. Face off to the left of Scott Silva, to the right of your screen. 13:37 remaining here in Burlington at the Ice Palace. Right off 128.95 off the Winchester exit. Right near Woburn. Nice little ice arena, nice and a little bit warmer inside than most rinks. All the way back, here goes Sean Patno for Richie Burt. In for it is Fletcher. Fletcher right across, saved by Concepcion. Picked up by number 14, Ryan Johnson, back around the boards. To number 21, Kevin Kenny, who's got the second goal for Burlington. Out in front, and Concepcion missed the puck. Cleared back in by Apostolakos. Along the boards as picked up by Fletcher. Fletcher kicks it free. Shot saved by Concepcion, up and hits the ceiling, and there'll be a face-off inside the ceiling. Good playing by Todd Fletcher, but the lines change up. 13 minutes remaining here in the second period. 2-0 the score. Only goal by Chad Langley and also Kevin Kenny for Burlington. Chelmsford down by 2. Burlington 0 for 1 there. Power play this evening. Jason Ackernecht on the face-off for Chelmsford against Brian Estrella. Ackernecht. Back for Hansen. Shot. Goes wide at Concepcion and dies on the puck. And makes the stop. No rebound on the play. Bob Concepcion, a sophomore goaltender from Burlington, Mass. And here goes number 11, Sean McCarthy over the line. Shot by Jim Clement, goes wide, kept in by number 10, Philip Kucha. Valeri up for Ackernecht. Over the line offside as Andy Lavelle was just a couple feet offsides. Not by much. Face off outside the line. We've got 12:27 remaining here in the second period. From the Burlington Ice Palace, the Edward Cahoon Memorial Hockey Tournament. And here goes Chris Langley, the brother of Chad Langley. They're both seniors. Clears it in. Back for it is Jim Scanlon. Scanlon for John McIsaac. Broken up. And a score by good passing by Burlington as they get up to 3-0 here in the tournament. Casey Carr getting the goal for Burlington, making it 3-0 in favor of Burlington. Shot saved by Silva. And Burlington clears it in. Shot goes wide of Silva. And cleared out by Bishop. And icing on Chelmsford. We got 11:30 remaining here in the second period. Casey Carr, the only goal here in the second period for Burlington. As Burlington takes a 3-0 lead here in the second period. Let's see if Chelmsford can get going as they're trailing by 3. Back around the boards, kept in by Kevin Kenny. Chelmsford trying to move it out. Back for it is Ian Vigino. Cleared back in by Kevin Kenny. Oh, good snag by Scott Silva as he hangs on to the puck. Face off inside the Chelmsford line with just about 11 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the second period. 3-0 the score in favor of Burlington. Battling in the corner. Back for it is Philip Kucha. Picked up by Ian Vigino. Back for Kucha. Kucha trying to clear it out. And wave off the icing. Back for it is Daly. Back around the boards for Richie Burt. Richie Burt is off the boards for Fletcher. And cleared back in by number 22, Jim Clement. It's going to be icing on Burlington. Face off out inside the Burlington zone. We got 10:18 remaining here in the second period. 3-0 the score. The goal by Chad Langley, Kevin Kenny, and Casey Carr for Burlington. Lavelle on the face-off with Ackernecht, and also Valeri out in front, and Concession makes the stop, hangs on to the puck. Ackernecht. For Valeri, backhanded Ackernecht, saved by Concession and hangs on to it. Face off inside the Burlington zone with 10:04 remaining here in the second period, right here at the Burlington Ice Palace. Valeri on the face off. All the way to Joe Gordon. Gordon moving it out. Clearing it in the Chelmsford zone. It's going to be icing on Burlington once again. 3-0 in favor of Burlington here in the second period. The only goal here in the second period by Casey Carr. Chelmsford changing up here. David Bishop with Ted Reardon and John McIsaac. McIsaac going to take the face-off along with Scanlon and Apostolakos for Chelmsford. And here goes Chad Langley, who's got one of the goals and a couple assists for Burlington. Back up by Mike Iandoli. Iandoli back off the boards from McIsaac, but picked up by Scanlon. Scanlon trying to... There goes Langley over the line. Langley puts it in the corner. There goes McIsaac for Reardon. Reardon over the line. Shot, score! Chelmsford! Great job by Ted Reardon. And Bishop getting the goal for Chelmsford at 9:09 remaining here in the second period. Chelmsford trailing by 2 now. So Bishop from Reardon puts it home for Chelmsford. Chelmsford is on the board. Jim Scanlon getting the assist as well. So enough time for Chelmsford to get back in this game as they're trailing by 2. .9:03 remaining here in the second period. Chelmsford trailing 3-1 here in the second period. David Bishop getting the only goal for Chelmsford, and Chad Langley, Kevin Kenny, and Casey Carr for Burlington. Shot, nice save by Scott Silva. Fletcher over the line, got Richie Burt. Right in the corner as Philip Kucha trying to move it out. Kucha trying to move it out and barely does as Daly puts it back in. Across for Kucha. Kucha, shot goes wide. Good hit by Hansen on number 14, Ryan Johnson. Battling in the corner. Get back in by Kucha. Here goes Richie Burt. Over the line. And the whistle on the play on Hansen, going off for Chelmsford for tripping. So a power play again for Burlington. They're 0 for 1 in their power play. Let's see if Chelmsford can kill off this power play here. Bishop and Scanlon, along with Scanlon and Daly on defense. Shot blocked by Scanlon. Scanlon looks to be hurt on the play, on that drill. Scanlon trying to shake it off in front of the net. And Casey Carr, shot blocked by Bishop. Less than a minute remaining. Out in front, shot goes wide. Shot saved by Silva. Scanlon trying to clear it out, kept in. Nice glove save by Silva as he hangs on to it. 30 seconds remaining here in the second period. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for Burlington. They're 0 for 1 in their power play. And we got 6:48 remaining here in the second period. 3-1 the score. As Scanlon's changing up. Looks like his right ankle is bothering him after blocking a shot. And Patno kept in by Gordon. Shot saved by Silva, and then a score by Burlington. 13 seconds left in their power play. It's a power play goal for Burlington, making it 4-1. Jim Clement getting the goal for Burlington. So now Chelmsford back at full strength. Burlington now 1 for 2 on their power play. Shot by Bob Concession. And that shot was by Jenkins. Face-off inside the Burlington zone as Ackerneck on the face-off. Back for it is Phil Kucha behind his net, trying to get something going here. Phil Kucha trying to clear it out, does. Back for it is Jim Scanlon. Scanlon clears it back out as Burlington clears it back in. Scanlon on the play. Ahead for Jenkins. But picked up by Sean McCarthy. Picked up by number 19, Brian Estrella. Around the boards. As Valeri clearing it in. No icing on the play. Ackerneck trying to get something going here. Chelmsford trailing by 3. Quick shot. Wide at Concession. Kucha trying to clear it out. Valeri keeping it in for Ackerneck. Looking for Jenkins in front. He was covered on the play. And here goes Burlington on the break. Shot. Hit the post. No goal. Hit the side of the net. And Chelmsford trying to get a quick change here. And broken up. Silva clears it up off the boards. Out in front. Good playing by the Chelmsford defenders. Out in front. Clears it out. Back for it is Joe Gordon. Up off the boards. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Scanlon backs it off the boards and Chelmsford clearing it out. Back for it, Scanlon. Ahead for Reardon. And a save. He was tripped on the play, no call. And number 17 dislodges the net. And we got a penalty coming up on Burlington as he dislodged the net. So Chelmsford going on their first power play of the evening. Looks like maybe for delay a game. When you dislodge the net, it's a delay a game penalty, even if the goalie does it. So Chelmsford on their first power play of the evening. Cleared all the way out down to Silva. Let's see if Chelmsford can capitalize. This is their first power play of the evening. Ahead for Patno. Patno. Back for Hansen. Hansen trying to collect here. There goes Patno. And couldn't clear it out. Fletcher in the corner. 55 seconds left on Chelmsford's power play. And another penalty coming up on Burlington as a holding penalty on Burlington. So Burlington will be shorthanded for Chelmsford will be so Burlington will be down 2 players. Chelmsford hopefully will connect on these 2 plays here. 42 seconds left on the first power play. Cross for Fletcher, shot, save, rebound. All the way at mid-ice. And the faceoff will be inside the Chelmsford line. We got 28 seconds left on the first power play. Let's see if Chelmsford can connect on this one. But it was a high stick on one of the Chelmsford defenders. Back for it is Todd Fletcher. Fletcher behind the net. They got a 2-man advantage right now. Let's see if they can connect. And it's ice offsides on Reardon, as Reardon was just a step offsides. We got 13 seconds left on the first power play. Let's see if Chelmsford can connect on one of these ones, as there's about 1 minute and 2 left on the other one. And 2:43 left to play here in the second period. 4-1 the score. As Bishop goes over the line, and Fletcher couldn't keep it in. Over the line, Fletcher hit the side of the net. They get 1 player back. Fletcher keeping it in. Clears it out. And they got about 35 seconds left on the other power play. There goes Reardon. Shot. Saved by Concepcion. Bishop's got it. 20 seconds left on the power play. And cleared in by Langley. 10 seconds left on the power play here for Chelmsford. Let's see if they can get a last goal here. Shot, save, rebound, and that'll just about do it. And Burlington's back at full strength. Chelmsford 0 for 2 on the power play. Shot by Bishop goes wide. And Burlington just clears it out. Minute and 23 seconds left on in the period. Goes Casey Carr. Good play by Chelmsford in front. Out in front. Back for Joe Gordon. Quick shot blocked by Fletcher, goes wide. Last minute to play in the period. And net is dislodged. .55 seconds left to play here in the second period. 4-1 the score in favor of Burlington. Chelmsford trailing by 3. Goals by Chad Langley, Casey Carr, Kevin Kenny, and Jim Clement for Burlington. And the goal by Chelmsford is by David Bishop. Back behind Chelmsford's net, out in front, poked away by Silva. Out in front, Ackerneck. Ahead for... He was held down, and a penalty coming up. It's going to be on Burlington. It's going to be on number 8, Chris Langley, Chad Langley's brother.
Chris Langley, line up the shot.
A charging penalty on Langley. So Chelmsford will have at least 36 seconds left in this period, and then in about 54 seconds in the third period. Chelmsford's got a lot of work ahead of them if they want to win this game. They got to score 4 goals in the third period if they want to win this game here. Fletcher's shot goes wide. Hansen keeping it in. Hansen's shot saved by rebound, hits the side of the net. Backhands it in front. Shot blocked. Hit the side of the net and poked away. And another penalty coming up on Burlington. So another penalty coming up at the end of this period. And both team goes in the locker room, and actually the penalty will be against Chelmsford. So that'll even up the penalties in the third period. So it's going to be a 4-on-4 in the third period, but at the end of this second period, Burlington 4, Chelmsford 1. Goals by Chad Langley, Casey Card, Kevin Kenny, and Jim Clement for Burlington. And the only goal for Chelmsford is David Bishop for Chelmsford. So at the end of the second period, Burlington 4, Chelmsford 1. We're coming to you from the Burlington Ice Palace here in Burlington, Massachusetts. And we'll be right back for the final and third period action right here on Chelmsford Telemedia Channel 22. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the start of third period action right here on Chelmsford Telemedia Channel 22. We're at the Ed Calhoun Memorial Hockey Tournament, coming to you from the Burlington Ice Palace here in Burlington, Massachusetts, where tonight it's the second round of the, actually first round, second game, Chelmsford versus Burlington, where Chelmsford's trailing 4-1. Goals by Chad Langley, Casey Card, Kevin Kenny, and Jim Clement for Burlington. David Bishop for Chelmsford. In the earlier first round action, the first game, Medford in North Middlesex, Medford won 6-4. So if Burlington wins this one, they'll play at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. If Chelmsford wins, they'll play again at 8 o'clock. But if Chelmsford loses, they'll play the consolation game at 5:45 p.m. right here against North Middlesex. Now Bishop back for it. It's a 4-on-4. Yeah, Todd Fletcher got a penalty at the end of the second period on a charging call or interference call. There goes Ted Reardon. Plenty of time to catch things up. Saved by Silva, hangs on to it, leaves it off for Hansen. Hansen back for it. 14 seconds left until Burlington will get one man back. Reardon over the line. He's hooked on the play, but no call. That'll just about do it on Burlington's penalty, but now Burlington will go on a power play for the next 30 seconds. And Chelmsford will clear it back in the net for, right next to the net of Bob Concession for Burlington. And here goes Reardon over the line. And Chelmsford back at, almost back at full strength. And Burlington will bring it up for their last try, but that'll do it as Chelmsford comes back at full strength. Across. Shot saved by Concession in front of the net. And picked up by Phil Kucha. Kucha trying to bring it up, broken up by Fletcher. And here goes number 20, Casey Carr over the line. Good playing by Hansen. And a hit by Joe Gordon. And a whistle on the play. We got a hooking call coming up on Burlington, number 20. Actually, it's number 17, Joe Gordon, going off for a hooking call. Chelmsford goal on their third power play of the evening. They are 0 for 2 on their first one. So Chelmsford will go on a power play. Hanson for Fletcher. Fletcher, Risic, save, rebound. Fletcher barely keeping it in. And clears it all the way down. Fletcher in on the attack. A minute and 6 left on Chelmsford's power play. And here goes Chelmsford bringing it out. Hanson in on the attack. Back for Fletcher, couldn't contain it at the blue line. Fletcher. But cleared out all the way down the Chelmsford zone. Back for it is Todd Fletcher. And all the way up for Reardon. But broken up by Kucha. Backhands goes wide. Reardon's got it. Fletcher's shot blocked. Reardon in front. Good playing by Fletcher. And a hook and play on Ryan Johnson, no call, as Fletcher was hooked on the play. And that'll do it on the power play opportunity. Broken up by Hanson. There goes Bishop. Clears it up and out. Acroneck. There goes Burlington on the attack. There goes Ian Vigneault, back for Langley. Shot blocked, goes wide. In the corner, Richie Burt trying to get something going here. He's hooked on the play, no call. Back for it. Yandoli shot saved by Silva and hangs on to it. 10:29 remaining here in the game.
2780. Once again, 2780.
Back for it is Apostolakos. Kept it back in by Kevin Kenny as he's wrapped up at the inside the Chelmsford line. Shot blocked. Picked up by Richie Burt. Back around the boards. Kept in by Joe Gordon. Gordon keeping it in. Apostolakos got it. Burlington trying to get something going here. About 9:40 remaining here in the game. Chelmsford trailing by 3. No scoring yet here in the third period. Picked up by Jim Scanlon. Scanlon clears it up. Cross for Patno. And here goes Burlington, moving it out. Too far ahead. Scanlon shot, saved by Concession. And offsides is the call. Face off outside the Chelmsford line. Still 4-1 the score, 9:07 remaining. Chelmsford's got to score 4 goals here in the third period in order to make it to the championship game tomorrow night. Chelmsford won it a few years ago back in, they won it 2 years in a row. Actually, they won it back in the year 2000, and they won the tournament in 97 and 96. Shot saved by Concession. Burlington trying to clear it out. And Burlington finally clears it out. And picked up by Hansen as Chad Langley was hooked on the play, and so now Burlington will go on their third power play of the evening as they're 1 for 2 on their power play. So Ted Reardon going up for hooking. Well, Billerica won this tournament back in 1993. Nice save by Silva on the play. Now, Chelmsford won this tournament back in the year 2000, last year, and also back in 1997 and 1996. Burlington won this one back in 1998. So just a little history of this Ed Calhoun Memorial Hockey Tournament. And there goes Sean Patno, trying for a short-handed bid. Over the line is Langley. Shot, nice save by Silva. And nice save by Scott Silva. Minute and 5 left on the Burlington power play. 8:10 remaining here in the game. Again, Todd Fletcher on the face-off with Sean Patno. Shot, nice save by Silva. Shot save again by Silva, and Fletcher clearing it all the way back as Concession for Burlington leaves it off for number 5, Matt Iandoli. And here goes Casey Carr. He's got 1 goal for Burlington. No scoring lately in this period here. Picked up by Joe Gordon behind the net. Out for Casey Carr. 20 seconds left on their power play. David Bishop clears it up. Not out, kept in by Joe Gordon. Shot wide of. And face-off will be outside. Oh, we're getting a penalty coming up on. Might be. Is going to be Nick Hansen going off for Chelmsford. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for the next 9 seconds. So cross-checking on Hansen. Chelmsford will be shorthanded for the next 4 seconds and be man down for the next minute and 21 seconds. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for the next 9 seconds, and Chelmsford will get 1 man back, and then for a minute and 21 seconds. Right across for Philip Kucha. Kucha right across as now it's a 5-on-4. Shot, nice save by Silva, and Chelmsford clears it out. We just got about a minute and 10 left on the power play for Burlington as Bishop clears it out, and here goes Kucha. Kucha over the line. There goes Reardon. For Bishop, shot saved by Concession as Bishop turns around and takes a shot. Good hit by Apostolakos on number. Shot and score by Burlington. They get a power play goal. We'll find out who that was by. It actually looks like by number 19, Brian Estrella.
Burlington goal scored by number 19, Brian Estrella. Assisted by number 22, Jim Clement. And number 10, Bill Kucha. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 34 seconds.
Backward is Apostolakos. Apostolakos puts it back around the boards. Chelmsford trailing by 4 now with 6:15 remaining here in the game. Here goes over the line, picked up by Fletcher. Fletcher backhands it back into his own end. Back for it. Zach Osteen on defense for Chelmsford. Good hit by Apostolakos. And picked up by Richie Burt. Richie Burt ahead for Fletcher. Fletcher over the line for Richie Burt. Shot saved by Concession. In front. Backhand save. Nice attempt by Apostolakos from Fletcher. Picked up by Richie Burt for Zach Osteen. Zach Osteen for Apostolakos. Cleared back in by number 13, Kelly Larson. Back for it is Apostolakos. Apostolakos. Good maneuver. Broken up. Shot goes wide. Picked up by Richie Burt. Oh, too far ahead. Backward is Apostolakos. Trying to move it out. There goes Fletcher. Fletcher. Quick shot blocked. Rebound. Fletcher behind the net. Picked up by Chris Doyle. Doyle. Kept in by Fletcher. Picked up by Sean McCarthy. And clears it back out. Picked up by Ryan Johnson. And it's going to be holding. Looks like against Burlington. Remaining, and Ian Vigino going off for holding. 4:08 remaining here in the game. 5-1 the score. Brian Estrella getting the only goal for Burlington here in the third period. As Nick Hansen keeping it in. Casey Carr, back for shot, hit the post. And cleared all the way back down to Scott Silva for Nick Hansen. Just about a minute left on the power play for Chelmsford. Chelmsford 0 for 3 on their power play this evening. And cleared in by Chris Langley. Nick Hansen. Back for Daly, back for Hansen. Hansen looking for Lavelle. Lavelle lost his stick. Brian Jenkins out there for Chelmsford. And Casey Carr trying to kill some time, and Carr clears it back into the Chelmsford end with just about 10 seconds left on Chelmsford's power play. And here goes Lavelle. Lavelle back for Valeri. And that'll just about do it. Chelmsford 0 for 4 on their power play, and we got a whistle on the play. Face-off will be back in the Burlington zone with just about 2.5 minutes remaining here in the game. Chelmsford trailing by 4 now. Hopefully Chelmsford will get back on the track here. You score a few goals against Burlington. They only got 1 goal. That was by David Bishop. Shot by Scaling goes wide. Zach Osteen shot, saved by Concession, and makes a stop. Bob Concession doing an excellent job behind the pipes for Burlington. Josh Ackernecht on the face-off with David Bishop. And John McIsaac with Zach Osteen and also Jim Scanlon on defense. We just have about 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the game. Now, if Chelmsford loses this one, they'll be playing this coming Friday, the 23rd of February. They're playing the consolation game at 5:45. We'll have that game for you right here on Chelmsford Telemedia Channel 22. They'll be playing North Middlesex. They lost to Medford earlier tonight. Trying to get it out in front. Picked off by Philip Kucha. And Scanlon clearing it in. Around the boards by Paul Monaco. All the way back. Icing on Burlington with just about 1 minute and 36 remaining here in the game. Faceoff will be inside the Burlington zone with 1 minute and 36 remaining here. Looks like Chelmsford will be moving on to the consolation game on Friday against North. Shot save. Rebound, backhand save by Concession. And a scuffle in front of the net as Sean Patno getting a couple hits, and we're going to get a penalty on Burlington as roughing call. Actually, Sean Patno might be going off as well for roughing. So a matching penalty, but it'll be still a 5-on-5. Matt Frazier in there for Chelmsford, with Fletcher and Richie Burt. Frazier battling in the corner. Frazier comes up with the puck. Back for Daly. Daly, right across. Back for Hansen. Shot deflects wide. And there's a whistle. Oh, look at this. This will take a little bit of time to iron out. Well, actually, maybe not. As Fletcher is going off, and also number 6, Chris Doyle, going off for Burlington, matching penalties for roughing in front of the net, as there was a big scuffle in front after that, trying to get the rebound. Just about 1 minute and 4 remaining here. It's going to be a... Let's see what we're going to get here.
Number 6, Chris Doyle. Joseph's penalty to number 18, Bob Fletcher. Both -11. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 50.
Still a 5-on-5 situation here for both teams.
1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute.
Shot saved by Concession. Lavelle for Valeri. Valeri in front. And a holding on Burlington. So now this time it'll be shorthanded. Chelmsford will get a power play for the rest of the game. We're going to change up Steve Valeri. So it'll be a 5-on-4 situation. Let's see if Fletcher will pull.
Michael Holden. Time for 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
45 seconds left here in the game. Let's see what if they can pull the goalie, and they cleared all the way out. Less than 30 seconds remaining here in the game. Frazier. Swing up but on out. 15 seconds remaining in the game. They're trying for a shorthand bid. Five seconds left. Save, rebound. And that'll do it in the game as Burlington goes on for the championship game on Friday at 8 o'clock. Chelmsford will be playing in the consolation game at quarter of. Now Burlington will face Medford at 8 o'clock. Chelmsford will be playing in the consolation game at quarter of 6 against North Middlesex. And that's this coming Friday night at quarter of 6. So Chelmsford will be playing North Middlesex at 5:45. Burlington will be playing Medford at 8 o'clock.